Hi, today we're going to be talking about statistical questions. Statistical questions are used to help gather data so that it can be analyzed for a purpose. Specifically, a statistical question is a question that has more than one answer. More than one answer, which means it has variability. That's a fancy word for multiple answers. It varies. Okay, this statistical questions also require people to collecting and analyzing data. Okay? If you only had one answer, there's nothing to really collect. I mean, you could collect the one answer, but can you analyze one thing? No, it is what it is. There's no comparing, which is really what analyzing is. All right, so we're just going to jump right in and read some questions, determine if they are statistical or if they're not statistical. Some people call the ones that are not statistical non, which is fine. Whichever you want to say is it's the same thing. All right, so it says, how many minutes do you spend doing your homework? Well, how many answers will we get for that? One. You're exactly right. So that means it would be not statistical because you're asking one person, you. How many text messages did your classmates send yesterday? Well, are we asking and getting a lot of answers, or are we asking and just getting one answer? Since we're asking our classmates, that means we would get a lot of answers, so that would be statistical. I think you really have the idea now, so pause the video, try the next all the way up to number 8 by yourself, and then come back and let's see how you did. Okay, welcome back. We'll take a look and see how you did. I think there is one that may have tripped you up a little, and that would be number 6, when it talks about the average daily temperature last month. Okay, well, you'd have to analyze some data to get an average. And to get the average, you would have to have the temperature for every day. So we would have multiple numbers there, which means more than one, and that's why it's called statistical. Other than that, I think they're pretty straightforward. If you need to pause it and think about the answers, then go right ahead. The last question, it says to explain, how do we know if a question is a statistical question? And I think we know by doing these examples that statistical questions has to have more than one answer. And once we have more than that one answer, we can put so that the data can be collected and analyzed. And later on in this unit, we're going to talk about, after the data is collected, how we can analyze it in certain ways. So this is just the beginning. Hope this has helped you to understand statistical questions.